Good morning, everyone. Now, today we are going to start our class with the recall of previous lesson what we have done. Now, in the previous lesson, I had asked you to read and come at least to go through the lessons which we have done. That is, first lesson we have done in our previous class was breeds of dogs, and second, we have done the important facts about animals. And I'd ask you to read the lesson and come. Now, when I'm going to ask the questions just now related to the seventh and ninth lesson, please, one by one, first you will speak your name. Then I'm going to ask you to speak out the answer. Then only you are going to answer me. Don't speak before. Clear? So, first question, the dash sometimes referred to as royal dog, which is referred to as royal dog. Anybody?
Okay.
Referred to
My
as
name is Rohit.
Saluki. Very good.
Taluki.
Yes, Saluki is referred to as royal dog. Now, dash is the dog found in Australia and Southeast Asia. Which dog is found in Australia and Southeast Asia?
Dingo. Dingo.
Yes. Good.
Dingo.
Dingo. Yes, dingo.
Dingo.
Dingo. Yes. Next, the dog breed that is skinny and has long legs and run faster than any other breed of dog.
Greyhound.
Greyhound.
Greyhound. Yes, a dog breed that is skinny. Which dog breed is skinny and has long legs and can run faster?
Greyhound.
That is
Greyhound.
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 Everybody has written greyhound in the eighth column. Greyhound will be there. Be careful.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Yes, ma'am.
dash is the popular small breed of dog. Small breed
Chihuahua.
of dog.
Chihuahua.
Yes. Yes, Chihuahua. Okay. Yes, good. Next, dash originated in Siberia and are used to pull sledges. Husky. Good.
Husky.
Husky. It is not husky. Husky. Then dash dog has excellent eyesight and sense of smell. Which dog has?
Besenji.
Yes, good.
Besenji.
Basenji. Basenji. Good. Now, coming to the ninth lesson, name the animal which can survive without water longer than camels.
Rats.
Good.
Rats.
Good. Rats. Yes. Yes. What does orangutan means in Malay?
Man of forest.
Yes.
Dinosaur forest.
Man of the forest.
Forest.
Yes, good. Next, uh, how many legs does spider has?
Eight.
Yes, 8 legs. Which
Eight.
animal is without knees and cannot jump?
Elephant.
Elephant. Good.
Elephant.
Good.
Elephant.
Now, which is the only bird which never builds its nest?
Cuckoo.
Yes, cuckoo commonly. Yes, cuckoo commonly called as koel. So, which animal can chew the cud and have 4 stomachs?
Cows.
Yes, cows.
Cow.
Very good. So I think everybody has done their homework, है ना? Read the lesson.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
now for
Yes,
today,
ma'am.
so for today we are going to start with lesson number 10, that is national parks. Now I'm muting you again. Okay, now understand the lesson carefully. National parks. National parks and sanctuaries are places where flora and fauna are given protection. So, what are national parks? The question can be raised on this sentence also. So, don't leave this sentence. Write down here Q. Everybody in the book with the pencil, small q, you can write it down, that it can also be asked in the question form or any form in the exam. So national parks and sanctuaries. What are national parks and sanctuaries? They are places where flora and fauna are given protection. Now what are flora and Hemlata Chaudhary? I think you did not understood my instructions carefully. Hemlata Chaudhary, I think you haven't understood the instructions carefully. If you want to be removed, no problem for me. I will remove you, and from the rest of the whole classes, for the whole session, you will be removed. And who has joined with Hemlata? Hemlata is there. Please don't join the class with your parents' name. Don't join the class with your parents' name. Please write your own name for the attendance. If you want your attendance, if your proper name you are entering, then only I will mark present, otherwise absent I will mark you. Hemlata Chauhan. Please join the class with your own name, students. Otherwise, I will mark you absent in the attendance. Okay, now continuing the lesson, national parks and sanctuaries are the places where flora and fauna are given protection. Which are the places which are giving protection to flora and fauna? National parks and sanctuaries. Now, what is flora? The plant life. And what is fauna? The animal life. So, plant and animal group are given protection in national parks and sanctuaries. Next time, be careful, Priyanshi Sankla. Next is Gir National Park is the home of Asiatic lion. Which state is it situated in? So where is Gir National Park situated? In Gujarat. G for Gir, G for Gujarat. So Gir National Park is situated and is the home of Asiatic lions. It is Gujarat. Second, Valley of Flowers, a national park. Valley of Flower is a national park. It is also declared as UNESCO World Heritage Site. Is located in Uttarakhand. So, which national park also declared as World Heritage Site by UNESCO is situated in Uttarakhand? It is Valley of Flowers. So, mark with the pencil in the book itself. First is Gujarat, second is Uttarakhand. Third, Danchingam National Park in Jammu and Kashmir is famous for Kashmiri stag. Danchingam National Park in Jammu and Kashmir is famous for Kashmiri stag. Next, Hamis National Park is the biggest national park in India and the home of snow leopard. It is located where? Located in Ladakh. Everybody is marking in the book. The Sundarbans and National Park. The Sundarbans National Park is famous for mangrove forest. It is a type of forest, evergreen forest, and Royal Bengal tigers. Where it situated? Where it is situated? It is situated in West Bengal. The Sundarban National Park is situated in West Bengal. The famous tigress Machli can be spotted in Ranthambore National Park, situated in Rajasthan. So, where is Ranthambore National Park? Ranthambore National Park is situated in Rajasthan. The biggest national park of the world is the Northeast Greenland National Park. And what is it famous for? It is famous for musk oxen, the biggest national park of the world. Which is the biggest national park of the world? It is Northeast Greenland National Park. And where it is situated? Sorry, for what it is famous for? It is famous for musk oxen. Am I clear? Next, after lesson number 10, lesson number 15 will be coming for annual. Open page number 22. I hope everybody is having syllabus. Write again here at the side A, that is for annual. And on this also you have written A for annual, so that you will be having in your knowledge that these are coming in annual exams. Now, the Indian environmentalist means the people who are involved in some or the other way in the activities of environment. So read the description of these environmentalists and write their names. Use the help box for assistant. Box is given. The names are given in the help box. You have to just read these about these descriptions about these individuals, and then you have to write down the names. Have to identify these names. First is, he is an Indian eco activist and Gandhian peace worker who has been one of the leaders of Chipko movement, fighting for the preservation of forests in the Himalayas. So what is the name of this personality? Sundarlal Bahuguna. Here in the help box, spelling is given. You can just mark first in the help box. You can mark in the help box Sundarlal Bahuguna as number 1, and then you can write down neatly in the boxes here. Clear? Next, he is an Indian filmmaker specializing in films about wildlife and the environment. He has won over 600 awards for his work to spread awareness about the biodiversity. Who is this personality, the Indian filmmaker? It is Mike Pandey. It is Pandey. You can mark number 2 over here, and neatly you have to fill the box with this name. Third, he is an Indian Gandhian environmentalist and social activist who founded Dasholi Gram Swarajya Sangh, that is in short called as DGSS, in Gopeshwar in 1964, which later became a mother organization to the Chipko movement. He was awarded the Padma Bhushan in 2005. So, who was awarded as Padma Bhushan in 2005? Prasad Bhatt. Chandi Prasad Bhatt. Here it is given. It will be the third one here. The Indian Gandhian environmentalist and social activist. It is Chandi Prasad Bhatt. Write down Chandi Prasad Bhatt in the third column. Here, in the third. Fourth, now, she is an Indian environmentalist and political activist, as well as a major proponent of green concept of sustainable development. She is Director General of the India-based Research Institute, the Center for Science and Environment. Who is she? She is Sunita Narayan. She is Sunita Narayan. Number 4, Sunita Narayan. Clear? Now next, coming to fifth. In 1990, he left Anandvan to live along the Narmada River. He passed away in Anandvan on February 9th, 2008 at 4:15 a.m. He was 93, and as per his last wish, he was buried, not cremated. Who is he? Fifth one? Yes, good. Baba Amte. Next, he is known as Waterman of India. Who is known as Waterman of India? He was buried. Buried means, sorry, the previous you are asking about what is the word buried. Buried means to be buried under the ground as Christians and Muslims do, and cremated means as Hindu religion. So he was not cremated according to Hindu religion. Cremated means, what is this, Rajender Singh? Acha, you are giving the answer of another one. This Waterman of India. Okay, yes, Waterman of India is Rajender Singh. So cremated means to burn the body as the Hindu rituals, according to Hindu rituals. Clear? Then he is known as Waterman of India. He won. The answer will be Rajender Singh, already given by the student. Then he was an Indian ornithologist and naturalist. He is known as Birdman of India. So he is known as Birdman of India, Salim Ali. Good. Good. Now the last one, she has been dynamic in bringing a change in the environment process in India by starting Narmada Bachao Andolan. Who was she? She was Megha Patekar. Yes, and uh, she was the had a dynamic in bringing a change in the environment by the process in India by starting Narmada Bachao Andolan and to fight for the justice of the dam project affected people. She has also been associated with a number of other movements. Name is Megha Patekar. So I'm giving you once again all these names. Number one, check it. Everybody check your books whether you have marked properly or not, correctly or not. First is uh, Sundarlal Bahuguna. Second is Mike Pandey. Third, Chandi Prasad Bhatt. Fourth, Sunita Narayan. Fifth, Baba Amte. Sixth, Sixth, Rajendra Singh. Seventh, Salim Ali. And lastly, eighth, Megha Patekar. Now next, lesson number 16, our nation. We have to know about our nation also. Yes, we love our country, its national anthem, song, emblem, and all that reminds of nation and our founding fathers, means our forefathers, who had struggled a lot to get the independence. So we love our country, its national anthem. National anthem, what is national anthem? You in the school, whenever the school was there, you used to sing national anthem, Jana Gana Mana. The national song, which is national song, Vande Matram. The national emblem, that national emblem is that where the lions and is shown. It is there in side box here. This is the national emblem. Then all these things remind us national flower, which is the national flower, the lotus, the national bird, peacock. So all these are the things which are concerned with our nation. Now let us check how much we know about them. Tick the correct answer. First, how many spokes are there in chakra of our national flag? Yes. How many spokes? There are 24 spokes. Good, very good. Second, which stripe should always be on the top in the Indian tricolor? Yes, saffron. Third, how many lions are visible in national emblem? How many lions are visible in national emblem? That is 3. The next is what is inscribed at the base of national emblem? What is inscribed at the base of national emblem? Satyamev Jayate. This is the national emblem. This is the national flag. Now, who composed the national song of India? National song of India. Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. National song. Which is the national song? National song is Vande Mataram, and it was composed by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. Next, what is the first month of national calendar? That is Chaitra. And what is the national flower of India? Lotus. So clear this much, everybody? As a homework, learn all these 3 lessons. Lesson number 10, lesson number 15 about Indian environmentalist, and lesson number 16 about our nation. Learn, everybody learn, and come in our next class. We are going to first discuss about all these again. That means I'm going to ask questions on these. Then we will continue with our next lessons. Clear? If any doubt, you can ask me. So I end the class here only. Thank you.